Happy today to have Jim Hawkins with us. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you're a developer and you got this project that you're working on downtown, and we want to talk a little bit about how that fits into a bigger picture of revitalizing downtown. But let's start by talking about 119 downtown, this building you hope to turn into a condo.
Well, you may know it as the Williams Brothers Engineering Building, or the Arco Building, or the Stanley Oil Building, but it was built in 1948, late Art Deco design, so it's got a lot of intricate features, a lot of marble and granite from all over the country and Italy. So it's it could be on the National Registry of Historic Places. It's not yet, but it's certainly old enough. And it's been empty for 12 years.
Yeah. Now, when you take on a project like that has been empty, does it bring about new challenges or different challenges than just constructing a new building altogether?
Well, it's certainly greener. If you think converting a cafeteria tray to a tabletop is going green, take a building that's got steel and concrete and brick that's already been fired and installed, there's a lot of energy savings there. It's we kind of view it as a gigantic tenant improvement. If somebody's moving in to change out their office to look a little different, or a set like this. But it's a little more involved in that. We put in a whole new HVAC system, much more economic.
And this idea, to make it somewhat of a green building, you're going to have plug-ins for electric cars if people want to go that route in the future. It's really forward thinking.
The future is getting here, yeah.
Okay, and this really fits into a bigger plan, the Planet Tulsa plan, and how to bring back downtown. Let's talk a little bit about that. Why is providing condos like this important to bring back downtown?
Well, when we say bring back downtown, Tulsa enjoys one of the highest vacancy rates of any urban city in the country, almost 30%. And that's the bad news. The good news is that half of that space is in older, historic, architectural, significant buildings. And those buildings have been vacant, and they're going to continue to remain vacant, and they're never going to be office space again. And if they stay vacant much longer, they're going to essentially just have to be torn down. But it'd be like tearing down our pyramids if we were in Egypt.
Right.
And so they need to be rethought through and reinvented. And that's what this plan does. It was originally developed, the plan, by the Brookings Institution. This is not the first downtown to have high vacancy rates, but we've certainly enjoyed ours longer than most. This plan that Planet Tulsa put together follows the Brookings Institute 12-step plan, and the last 4 steps are you bring back residential rental housing, which we did in the Phil Tower lofts, and then you develop affordable to-own housing and home ownership, because somebody owning downtown is much more involved in downtown than somebody renting downtown for 6 months or a year.
Sure.
Got a little better PTA.
Yeah. So
if your kid's going to school.
Sure. So once you bring the people back to downtown, then the business space fills back up.
All the beautiful things happen. Yeah, the chicken's got to come first, though.
Right. And this is where it all starts.
You get people living back downtown, and hopefully in these older, these beautiful older structures, architecturally significant structures, and with new guts and efficiencies, and then the retail comes back, and then the nightlife comes back, and then the vacancy goes away, and the property values for everything go up, and you know who gets the money from the property tax?
Sure.
It's the schools,
yeah,
primarily.
Absolutely. So, you know, we have the new arena, the BOK Center. We got the ballpark down there, and there's been some hotels that have come in, and there are a few different projects to try to bring housing down, but that's really where the whole keystone maybe for this whole project lies, is bringing the people down there.
Well, yes, to have a 24/7 downtown, you need to come down more than just for a concert or a ball game, and every town's that way. I mean, you don't have to travel too far to see Oklahoma City, Wichita, Little Rock. I mean, we don't have to compare ourselves to Dallas and Houston. We're a little behind, and that plan should help us catch up. And there's even a market study been done to show that people want to live downtown. Yeah. And we observed that ourselves when we were leasing the Phil Tower lofts. Yeah. People wanted to own. Well, if you believe in architecture and design and openness, Italian kitchens, that's who it's for. Yeah. You can find cheaper places to live downtown. This is classic design. We had to keep it to keep the honor of the building.
Sure.
It's not a warehouse.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be a special place. All right, we're going to continue talking to Jim Hawkins. He's developing what's called 119 downtown. We'll have more information for you online at kjrh.com. Meantime, that'll do it for the on-air version. All right, continuing on now, talking with Jim Hawkins, a developer who's working on a project downtown called 119 Downtown. And the website, I guess, is if people want more information, that's where they should go. You have all kinds of information, and it looks great. It's easy to understand what this project's all about when you go there.
Yeah, we can even get you financed and insured.
Yeah. So, and the website is?
Thank you for asking. 119downtown.com.
Yeah. From the city standpoint, when you started talking with them about it, are they excited about this? They think this is a good way to go?
We are talking to the county about one of the tools in the Planet Tulsa plan is if you take an older building and bring it back, that you freeze the property tax at the current rate, which is very low because it's an empty building for 6 years. And that takes some time. You know, the plan just came out first of the year. But we're working with them on that, and a lot of people like the idea. But it's in the political process now, but that would certainly help attract pioneers downtown.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and just real quickly, it's about revitalizing a place like this. How much work is it to go into a building that's set vacant for so many years? Does that pose additional challenges or not?
You know, it's easier to build brand new.
Sure.
It's tough to get your hand around the cost because you get, it's like remodeling your house. You get ahas every now and then, but we've done it a couple of times and know what to look for, and it is vacant, so we can go in there and look around.
Yeah.
We really appreciate the Canbar Properties letting us have the option time to look at this and test the market.
How
They've been very helpful.
How does this compare to like the Phil Tower?
Well, Phil Tower was built in 28. This was built in 48. Yeah. Phil Tower was Wade Phillips, and he just, I mean, that's the icon, I think, and the Philcade and some of the others of the mid-20s, the roaring 20s. Right. This was 1948. This has a lot of aluminum in it, which was kind of a new metal brought by the war. But what's pushing this is the demographics. The baby boomers are wanting to downsize and lock the door and leave and not cut the grass and all that. And their kids are single and remaining single. And those two huge demographics, I'm told by the Portland people anyway, it's the biggest demographic shift since the GIs came home from World War II and moved to the suburbs. People are wanting to be closer in downtown. You just don't want to be alone. Right. Well, that's the worst thing you can do to a person is throw them in jail and leave them alone. And being alone is not possible when you live downtown.
Right, you're going to be around a lot of people.
That's right.
At least that's the plan for downtown Tulsa.
Well, that's one of them.
Well, we wish you luck. If you get a certain amount sold, then you start moving forward with the project.
Well, we've got a little more aggressive on that. We think we're going to start the first quarter of next year construction and move in the last quarter of next year. Yeah. Okay. It's looking good.
It's a quick turnaround. All right, Jim, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much.